Having the privilege of earning income from elsewhere and living in your preferred setting is a luxury not many can afford. However, remote workers, and particularly those with a passive income stream, can easily reside in a country of their choosing. There are more than 60 countries from around the world that offer a dedicated visa program for remote workers and passive earners. All of these countries grant these visas upon fulfilling certain income requirements. Some of these nations require the applicant to demonstrate a monthly income of around $5,000 to $7,000, while others only require a monthly earning of just $1,000 to $2,000. In this video, we have listed the best cheapest countries for remote workers. All of these countries offer varied culture, climate, and overall environment. But one thing is for certain, these countries are the most ideal hotspot for remote workers looking to stretch their monthly budget. So, here are the 12 cheapest countries to live in for passive earners. Number 12, Croatia. From historic forts and basilicas to azure blue waters and scenic nature reserves, it's easy to see why Croatia is gaining traction, both as a tourist and expat destination. Living costs in its well-known coastal localities like Split, Dubrovnik, and Zadar have risen exponentially in the last decade, with average monthly spending for a single individual going as high as $2,000. Nonetheless, its other counterparts, especially smaller towns a bit further away from the more touristic sites, still remain budget-friendly. Its digital nomad visa permits non-EU remote workers to reside indefinitely in the country for up to 18 months. To qualify, the applicants must prove remote employment or business registration abroad with a minimum income of $3,600 per month, as well as carry a private health insurance. The visa is non-renewable once it expires. The applicant must exit Croatia for 6 months before reapplying. This Adriatic gem receives as many as 10,000 digital nomads every month, which doesn't come as a surprise, considering its high levels of safety and good infrastructure. Number 11, Latvia. Out of the 3 Baltic nations, Latvia offers the most affordable visa for remote workers and passive earners. Cramped in between Estonia and Lithuania, it is a lush and green country, with more than half of its land area being forested, and the country is famous for its stunning rivers, lakes, and waterfalls. The cost of living in Latvia is relatively low. Although cities such as Riga are more expensive than rural areas, most remote workers still find it generally cheaper to live here than other European hubs. Plus, Riga is notably less costly than most of the Western European capitals. That said, it is slightly pricier than the neighboring Baltic capitals of Vilnius and Tallinn. Its dedicated remote workers visa grants applicants to reside in the country for up to 2 years with the chance of renewability upon meeting its base requirement of $3,600 monthly earnings and provide proof of remote work, along with a valid health insurance covering Latvia and the Schengen area. Number 10, Romania. Located in southeastern Europe, Romania has quietly transformed into one of the most attractive relocation destinations for remote workers. Its capital, Bucharest, is home to almost 2 million people and is the main powerhouse of the country's economy. Nowadays, its vibrancy and excellent cafe scene are making it more and more attractive for digital nomads. Besides the capital city, it encompasses the beaches on its eastern shores and the Carpathian Mountains, which give way to rolling hills, forests, farmlands, and rustic villages. When it comes to monthly expenses, local produce and public transport are relatively cheap throughout the country, while accommodation can be somewhat expensive in Bucharest's upscale areas. It enacted its digital nomad visa in 2022. This visa grants an initial 12-month residence permit, which is renewable once for an additional year, totaling up to 24 months. To qualify, applicants must be employed by or own a company registered outside Romania, have worked for at least 3 years prior, and show proof of remote work and a minimum monthly income of around $3,900. Number 9. Hungary. A landlocked country at the center of Europe, Hungary is the perfect mix of Eastern and Western European cultures. Bestowed with a diverse terrain, the country features beautiful lush hills, sweeping plains and green river valleys. The mighty Danube cuts through Hungary and bisects its famous capital of Budapest, which is often sold as Europe's most ravishing city. Almost half of the city's inhabitants are of international descent, and roughly 46% are under the age of 30. So in regards to its youthful populace, the city is simultaneously hip and nostalgic, with a plethora of cultural events and outdoor activities. There are more than 100 bathhouses built on the city's famous hot springs, serving as perfect retreats for social and leisure activities. The country hosts a digital nomad visa touted as the White Card. It grants a 1-year residency permit to remote workers, earning a monthly income of at least $3,200. Its processing time varies. Some get approval in as little as 1 week post-biometrics, when documents are complete, while others report 2 to 3 months total processing. Number 8. Indonesia. This country of more than 17,500 islands has always been a preferred hotspot for remote workers, expats, and retirees. Most of the international populace is concentrated on its islands of Bali, Lombok, and Java. There are many pros and cons to moving to Indonesia, but with an open mind and a sense of adventure, the rewards of living in this enchanting archipelago are countless. The cost of living is generally inexpensive compared to life in many Western European and North American countries, but this can vary according to lifestyle. Living like a local and shopping at neighborhood markets for fresh, seasonal goods is inexpensive, while opting for modern, fully serviced apartments and buying imported goods can significantly increase the cost of living. Ultimately, it's up to one's preference to decide what is most important to them and what fits into their budget. The main requirement to avail its remote workers visa is to show bank statements with a minimum balance of $2,000 over the past 3 months and demonstrate a foreign-based annual income of at least $60,000. Number 7. Thailand. Another Southeast Asian gem, Thailand has always been a favored hotspot for digital nomads and tourists seeking exotic beaches, striking landscapes, and of course, the nightlife and excitement. Its cost of living varies throughout the nation. As a whole, living expenses are low, but those who indulge in all the luxuries and entertainment options will find costs quickly adding up. The best locality to spend less for passive earners is Chiang Mai and Hua Hin, while the most expensive is the island of Phuket and the cities of Bangkok and Pattaya. There are many different types of visas in Thailand that suit every budget, but the most specific for passive earners is its DTV visa. To qualify, the applicants need to show proof of remote work for foreign entities and maintain bank funds of at least 500,000 Thai baht, which is equivalent to roughly $14,000. In addition, Thailand also offers alternative long-stay visa option, which is valid up to 10 years for high-income professionals, with an annual income for $80,000. Number 6. The Philippines. With more than 7,000 islands featuring turquoise waters and lush landscapes, this Southeast Asian nation attracts retirees, expats, and remote workers seeking adventure, business opportunities, and a lower cost of living. Relocating here means a lifestyle in an island scene, bustling cities, and a deep cultural history. English is widely and well spoken in the Philippines, mainly in its major cities and resorty areas of Boracay and Palawan. Many remote workers tend to spend way below $1,000 a month in Philippines. This sum covers everything including rent, amenities, and basic services. The country has recently revitalized and launched a new digital nomad visa that lasts for around 2 years. To qualify, applicants must demonstrate remote work using digital technologies for foreign-based employers or clients, valid health insurance covering the full duration, a clean criminal record, and sufficient foreign income, estimated around $2,000 per month. Although the application process hasn't opened yet, pilot implementation is set to initiate in late July of 2025. Number 5. Argentina. A digital nomad lifestyle has boomed in Argentina, and its capital city of Buenos Aires has become a haven for nomadic workers and long-term travelers. However, due to the country's recent economic instability, inflation is severe at times, and prices can soar for locals. But those earning in US dollars and other superior currencies will flourish here thanks to the favorable conversion rates. Besides the capital city, its coastal stretch of Mar del Plata is a preferred choice for those who seek the sun and the beach. Collectively as a whole, Argentina's 23 provinces are a colorful mosaic of distinctive regions, each with unique character and allure. There are many types of visas tailor-made for passive earners. The most availed option right now is its transitory residence visa for digital nomads. To avail this visa, the main applicant has to show evidence of sufficient income or savings, amounting to roughly $2,500. This income from abroad is not taxed at all, and the total time frame of this visa is 1 year. Number 4. Georgia. Nestled between Europe and Asia, famous for its vineyards, Georgia has many assets: breathtaking scenery from the Black Sea to the valleys of the Caucasus, an exceptional cultural heritage, an unrivaled sense of hospitality, affordable living, and a favorable tax system. The country provides many special incentives for remote workers and passive earners. This includes tax benefits, a chance to open a bank account, establish a company, and also allowing the applicant to invite family members. The Remotely from Georgia visa program is the most availed choice for passive earners and digital nomads. The main applicant must show proof of remote employment or business registered outside Georgia, demonstrate a minimum monthly income of $2,000, hold valid health insurance, and possess a passport valid for at least the intended stay. Number 3. Colombia. Usually, mainstream media depicts Colombia as a crime-infested country ravaged by drug cartels and mafia. However, in reality, the country as a whole is far from it. Sure, there are some areas to be avoided, especially in its cities of Bogotá, Cali, and Buenaventura, but overall, it's fairly safe. Most remote workers reside in its cities of Medellín, Cartagena, and Santa Marta. Living expenses in all of these cities are considerably low. While foreign goods come at a high price, local goods and produce are cheap, and accommodation, public transport, and healthcare are also very affordable. Another plus of residing here is that healthcare in Colombia is of an extremely high standard and affordable. It is ranked 22nd out of 191 countries, beating both Canada and the US in the World Health Organization's Health System Review. Moreover, there are many active international communities in Colombia, so blending in and socializing is always easy here. It's Type 5 Digital Nomad Visa, enabling remote workers to legally live and work in Colombia for up to 24 months. The eligibility criteria involves showing proof monthly income amounting to $1,100 along with a valid international health insurance. Number 2. Albania. This Balkan country has gained significant traction in the last couple of years. When it comes to living cheap by the beach, it is certainly one of the top choices. Its beach cities like Durrës, Vlorë, and Saranda receive the highest amount of international visitors and digital nomads. Although these cities are not necessarily passive earners, hotspots, but those who have relocated here speak positively of the gorgeous beaches, sunny weather, and low cost of living. Accommodation in Albania is also quite cheap compared to the rest of Europe, and many savvy investors buy condominiums and free-standing detached houses facing the sea. On the downside, the quality of life in the Human Development Index in this country is not that high. But nowadays many efforts are made to improve its services sector, including healthcare and transportation. That being said, foreigners earning in US dollar and other superior currencies can live quite lavishly here. Its digital nomad is very easy to obtain. The main requirement is to generate sufficient income to sustain your stay in the country. Number 1. Sri Lanka. For most people, moving to Sri Lanka as a digital nomad might seem off-putting, but nonetheless, it can be a great retreat for those seeking similar type of beaches and lifestyle to the Maldives and the Seychelles at a fraction of the price. It's up-and-running digital nomad visa that offers 1-year residence to those showcasing a monthly earning of $2,000. The visa strictly forbids working for local Sri Lankan entities, ensuring income is foreign-sourced. Visa holders and dependents, if included, enjoy full-year stays, renewable yearly upon proof of continued income. Non-residents are exempt from Sri Lankan income tax on foreign-earned income, provided they remain below residency thresholds. The coastal regions of Sri Lanka enjoy a tropical climate with warm temperatures year-round, making it ideal for outdoor living and water-based activities. In addition, it is a fairly safe country, with low crime rates, contributing to a secure living environment. Although admittedly scams and pickpocketing are prevalent in its touristic areas, so it is highly advised to keep an eye for such charlatans when roaming around.